How many did you get correct? That is the question.
सर आपकी आवाज बहुत धीरे आ रही है. कैन बी अ लिटिल लाउडर प्लीज?
Yeah, clear.
यस सर.
Okay. So how many of you did get correct in all of the following, or let us say at least two? Okay, you can send me the answers. Okay. It is not a shame if we got wrong because these are really difficult and really uh anomaly based, anomalistic rule based, right? Uh, Answer choices, right? Okay. So we have to go through this. Now the question is whether this will help in paper. Okay, so there are two questions which would specifically help you if you understand that, right? These last two questions. Okay, these last two questions, because second and third is the same. Fourth and fifth question, right? Okay, these are the question types which you can do, right? Because these are based on two topics: subject verb agreement. I hope we understand this subject verb agreement, everyone. And complex and compound sentences. Right. This comes again and again in the XLRI paper, right? The XAT paper. So we have to notice this. Okay. Complex and compound sentences has not been given in any OMED paper other than XAT. Okay. So we would discuss some things about it. Fine. Now, this, okay, this seemed to be a bit difficult, right? Because in general terms, had takes which tense, which verb form? Had takes which verb form? Had takes which verb form? Yes, let me know. Which verb form does had take? Third form of verb. Okay, it would be told. But can we say that it will be told here? Can we say that it will be told here? Okay, this is an anomalous. Okay, anomalous rule. So this is a conditional sentence, right? This is a conditional sentence. Now, in conditional sentences, or let us say sentences which have a mandate, okay, that means something that is really important, okay, mandate or strong insistence, they take the first form of verb. Now, first form of verb is tell. Getting me? Yeah. So tell would be the correct one. Can I, on the basis of this rule, can I eliminate this? Now three of the sentences are tell, or you would lose a friend. Now, if he is saying that you had better tell her everything or else you will lose a friend or would lose a friend would be the correct one. Now, I hope you understand that would, the word would comes when there is no surety of the future. And based on the first part, the author is sure and hence we would use will. Now, tell and will, right? Two sentences come up. You better had tell her, you had better tell her everything, you better had tell her everything, or else you will lose a friend, or else you will lose a friend. Now this is tricky. Okay, you had better or you better had, which one would be the correct one? That is the question. Hmm. Your answers please. Yeah. Hmm. Now, there is another rule which would come here, right? Because better is modifying tell, better should come near tell. Okay, we have to see whether the word that is modifying, okay, a word, another word is coming. Why did we use better for? What purpose? For what purpose did we use better? Because we are telling us that it would be better to tell her everything, right? So, fifth one should be the right answer. I think so. Yeah, done. I hope you have understood everything. Anyone having any question? Anyone having any question? Right. I hope I have increased some of your knowledge. Okay, to some degree. Now, what is a modifier? Let us talk about a modifier. What do you think is a modifier? Everyone. Yes. What do you think is a modifier? Hmm. So modifier is an adverb, an adjective, okay, or adverb and adjective phrases, or a noun which modifies something, right? For example, if I can say that the Indian chef. Now, Indian is being used for chef and it is modifying the chef. It is telling me that it is the Indian chef. Hmm. Okay. You can watch the video, Muskan. Okay. I would just, okay. There is no point in repeating the rules. Fine. Okay. Let me repeat it. First is whenever there is a mandate or a strong insistence. I hope we know what a mandate is, or an order. Let us say order of a court, right? Done. Mandate, strong insistence, order. So this in the conditional sentences, okay, or any sentence, right? They would take the first form of verb. Let us say tell, okay, in this context. Now the second thing was the better tell. Okay, if we put better away from tell, then this is away from the modifier that the thing that it tells about. Okay, the thing that is modifies, the thing about which it adds information. So any modifier should be as close as possible to the entity that is modifying. The second rule was that a modifier should be close as possible, because it wouldn't be possible to put it close every time. Possible to the modified entity. Done. I hope you have got it. Okay, fine. Now let us move to the next question. I hope you have understood something. Now, read the following sentences and answer the question that follows. Now, in this one, what would be the best strategy? To eliminate the options or to eliminate each sentence? To eliminate the options or to eliminate each sentence? Yeah. Okay. Eliminate sentence. Okay. I would do one thing. Let us see. Okay. 6 is there in 3 of the options. Okay. And 5 is there in 4 of the options. Now, let us see whether we can remove 6 or not. Okay. I look forward to seeing you. Okay. I look forward to seeing you. I think, okay, there is no scope of an article here. I hope we know what articles are. Articles are a, n, and the. There is no scope of article, right? The, you, the, seeing, whatever would not come. I look forward. Yes, I can say that to seeing you. We have seen these sentences. It is all together and a correct one. So 6, 6, 6 gone. Now we are only left with 1 to 5 and 1, 3, 5. Now 2 and 3 are the only sentences. If you can decipher this, we would do this. Except for Rajiv. Everybody was there. Now, one of the problems here would be we use except Rajiv, right? We're not sure here. I am thinking in terms of a person who doesn't know anything about the rule. Whole Delhi was celebrating Independence Day. Can we use the Independence Day? Let me know. Can we say the Independence Day? Can we add the here? Okay. Why won't be able to use the if we are not using the here? Muskan.
So because it is talking about a particular day on that day, so in
Hmm.
general बात नहीं कर रहा है, so that
Hmm.
is why I think we cannot add the Independence Day.
Yeah. So one of the exceptions here is that we do not use okay the Independence Day. Okay, it is talking about a name of the particular day. Okay, so the Independence Day might be okay. We are talking about Independence Day, right? But the is used. We don't use the Ram, right? We do not use the Sham. Okay, but we use the in certain cases. For example, the Ganges. Okay, the Bible, the Gita, right? So that is an exception. Okay, Independence Day would not take the name. Done. Now there is a problem in this one. Okay, the whole of Delhi, right? This takes other, except for is a formal way of using except. Okay, all of us do not know. So I would tell you this the okay is a subset of using the in front of superlative degree. Now, what is a superlative degree? Have you seen Superman? Now, superlative degree would be the best. Now, best is, I mean, the most awesome person there is the best. Okay, the worst. Okay, the most beautiful. Right. So we can use for superlative degree the. Now, if we are using the whole of Delhi, isn't it a superlative degree? I could have guessed that. Now, if I could guess that, I could have done 1, 3, and 5 instead of 1, 2, and 5. Now, this is a difficult question. I do not expect you to do this, but third and fourth would make logic a bit easier to employ. And this is what we are, not the third and fourth and fifth would make logical a bit easy to employ. Now, let us see this, right? Okay, contains correct and meaningful uses of the underlined words. Now, what for the underlined words? It was unique from, different from. Okay, unique from, different from, further, hadn't, and had, but hadn't, and hadn't. Now, there are two rules that we would define here. Okay, why is but used? Anyone who would like to add why is and used and why is further used? Anyone who would like to add? Yes. Hmm. So let me know if I'm correct. But is used to go opposite, right? Or to contrast to the previous sentence. Okay, and is used to add something. Now, when would we add something? Now, should it remain connected to the previous one? Okay, the previous idea, or should it be an independent idea when we use and? Anyone who would like to answer? When we use and, do we have an independent idea or is it connected to the previous idea? When we are using complete sentences before and after and. Okay. Now, if we add and, okay, the ideas, okay, that are before, I hope you understand that a subject plus verb makes a sentence. And if we add and add another subject plus verb, it would make another sentence, and this would be called a compound sentence. All right, this is really important. Okay, there would be and, but, yet, etc. in between. Okay, so if we are using and, generally we use comma and, okay, after a comma we use and. Now, if we have this, right, if we have this, okay, if we have this, done na? Now, what would we do? Hmm. So, there are further here. Further means that, I mean, I'm adding something, but it is related to the, or it is a subsequent effect. Subsequent, what do we mean by subsequent? Subsequent का meaning क्या होता है? What is the meaning of subsequent? Everyone. I know this is new for you, but we can guess. Okay, it is following the previous sentence. Now, let us see this. Right? Is unique from a good expression. Have you heard unique from somewhere? Does unique need from? I do not think so. Unique is a word in itself, right? If we say that something is unique, we do not need to differentiate it from something else. Unique is gone. Now we are left with different from, different from. The first part is the same, but we have, but he hadn't expected no criticism from her. Now, if something is different from others' approach, okay, would he expect no criticism or would he expect criticism? First question is this. Would he expect criticism or would he not expect criticism? Right? Expect, he hadn't expected would get eliminated then. Right? Logically. Logically. Now we are left with two of the options, C and E. Here is and. Vikram's approach to the problem was different from this, and he had expected no criticism from her. Now, what does this do? There is a comma and. Right? You can see this. Now, there is an idea. Now, this means that there is idea 2 after the first idea. Right? After the comma and, there would be a second idea. Now, these two ideas are independent. This expression means that these two ideas are independent. Okay, or maybe independent, but this is saying that, okay, this is dependent on this. Then C would be the right answer rather than E. Got it? Everyone? Clear? Anyone having any question? No, I don't think so. Now the next question also does that. Okay, it, we call it therefore and yet etc as transition markers, right? Because the story, as you might have observed in the passages, there is a transition. Okay, now whenever you use therefore, okay, or however, etc, right, there are three ways of writing that. One, we would use semicolon. One, the other one, we would use a dot, a full stop, and therefore we would write therefore or however. Okay, and the third one is we would put two commas and we'll use however, however, or therefore. Okay, there would be many other words, but these three expressions are correct from these rules. Okay, with these rules. Now Chatterjee loves books. This is easy to ascertain. Okay, that this is correct. He reads them all the time. Now, the only difference here is that the he is missing here, which has been used here and here, right? So, read the question carefully if you are doing this, and therefore read them all the time doesn't, okay, doesn't count as, okay, another independent sentence, and hence we can use it like this. I hope you have got the idea. Then how we would formulate these things. Now, you might have understood that 4 and 5 were based on the structure and coherence of using transition markers. Done. Okay, so this remains the main part as we have seen in the previous years. That is all for today, right? Grammar questions do not come most often, but if you are not sure about that, do not ever do them. Okay, but we would be doing some other questions of these coherence and the relevance, the relation between different ideas in the same sentence. Okay, so that we would have more idea about that. The last answer is E. The last question's answer is E. Done. I hope everything was clear, right? These were a few rules that we have seen. We would practice some more questions in the future if need be, right? What would you like to do in the future? DM or we should leave grammar? Should we do grammar or should we leave grammar? Let me know. Others? Only one answer? Okay, we should do both. So I would share the 2018 paper today, okay, that I have downloaded from that website. Okay, and then you would need to do the DM of that paper, and we might sit tomorrow to discuss that. Done? Clear? Everyone? Okay. Okay. So let us move forward with this and let us crack that. Okay, those who are watching it on YouTube, you may repay us by recommending, okay, these classes or the paid classes to everyone. Thank you, everyone.